Welcome to the Raw Food Health Empowerment Podcast, where we delve into the powerful benefits of a holistic, high-raw vegan lifestyle for achieving optimal health, brain function, and overall well-being. I'm your host, Samantha Salmon, certified integrative nutrition coach and brain health licensed trainer. And I'm excited to be talking to you today about reversing insulin resistance and fighting aging with these proven epigenetic hacks. Insulin resistance, what is this? It's basically a precursor to diabetes, which disrupts normal blood sugar regulation. Typically, when we consume anything with sugar, insulin is produced by the pancreas, and it basically ushers the sugar into the muscle cells, the liver cells, and when there's too much fat in the cells, then the sugar has to stay in the bloodstream, right? It can't get into the cells to do the work that the body needs it to do. So this is how we end up with high blood sugar. And if you have that for a sustained period of time, that could put you at risk for type 2 diabetes, PCOS. It also puts you at risk for dementia. And so we want to make sure we maintain stable blood sugars throughout the day with a very clean diet. And that solution for the clean diet is a high raw vegan diet that's rich in anti-inflammatory foods. And in order to do this, we need to add more greens to our diet. Now, I know the issue with adding greens to the diet can't be one of which there are no recipes. That's not the issue, that there are no recipes. So tell me, I would love to hear in the comments below, do you feel like you have room for more greens in your diet? And with that alongside, what's been the challenge for you in terms of incorporating more dark leafy greens, more cruciferous vegetables, right? We want to be eating a rainbow of colors, fruits, vegetables of all kinds that we rotate to get that wide variety. We want to make sure we are drinking plenty of water, and our water is even best when it comes from food sources, right? Which raw foods provides that, and it hydrates the brain, it hydrates the kidneys, and some really nice water-rich vegetables are cucumbers and celery that we can make some nice green juices with. Now, in terms of the epigenetic influence, epigenetic changes due to insulin resistance lead to increased inflammation and faster aging. So we want to practice stress reduction techniques like meditation, yoga, sound bath healing, even just deep breathing exercises. There's tons of stuff in this world, which I go into a lot of different techniques in my Conquer Your Cravings program. But ultimately, the benefit is to reduce stress, to mitigate those epigenetic changes. We don't want to pass on issues to our children, even like when it comes to using substances to deal with stress, like alcohol, for example. The science shows that when folks are consuming alcohol, we're seeing effects, negative effects, the development and the function of the brain in the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. So what you are eating now, what you're consuming now, how you're thinking and feeling and behaving right now is affecting your legacy going forward. So you want to make sure that you do what you need to do to kind of regulate your nervous system, mitigate your stress, optimize nutrition, optimize cognitive function to give yourself and your offspring a higher quality of life. Maybe that means incorporating daily meditation, 5-10 minutes. Sometimes I need to do this too. Even with my job, I love the work that I do. Sometimes it can be a little bit stressful just because of all the technological things, all the moving parts, and even just sitting in front of a computer, that EMF radiation, it can really zap your energy. I find meditation to be like a recharging, especially if you are an introvert and you're doing a lot of coaching calls, or maybe your work involves speaking to people or speaking to groups or whatever. You're expending a lot of energy with a lot of people that can pull energy from you. You can recharge with daily meditation, but you have to be intentional about putting it on the calendar or maybe tuning into how your body is feeling at any given moment. So you can take time out for yourself, carve that time out. This is what I love about being an entrepreneur, because I am in control of my day and my schedule. If I'm not feeling well, if I'm feeling tired or fatigued, I can take a 5-minute, 10-minute break to do a meditation. I can do a 20-minute nap if I want to. I can go for a run if I'm feeling some anxiety. I could go for a walk if I just need to be in nature and not be in front of a computer screen. Whatever it is I feel like my body needs, I can do it, and I don't have to ask anybody for permission. And this is the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur. Also, being in charge of your schedule, where you can just go do yoga, run to a yoga class, and come back to work. But all of these things help to regulate your stress, mitigate stress. I mentioned deep breathing exercises, which you can do at any time, anywhere, in any space, right? You don't need any equipment for this. And there are even more things you could do, which I go into, like I said, in my coaching program, Conquer Your Cravings, if stress is a major issue for you, which I know for a lot of people this is. Now, we want to target inflammatory genes. Genes related to inflammation are more active in insulin resistant individuals, which makes sense because you get to be insulin resistant from either foods or lifestyle that is inflammatory. So according to research, they're finding the actual genes that is related to inflammation that's really active in folks dealing with insulin resistance. And all of this increases the risk of chronic disease. So we want to use natural anti-inflammatory herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger, and even foods like omega-3 fatty acid sources. Now, if you are in your senior years and you feel like memory is really an issue, right? That could be inflammation either showing up in the brain directly or somewhere else in the body. But anytime you have inflammation in the body, you have inflammation in the brain, right? It's affecting the brain. But if you're having memory issues, you may want to go a little bit higher on your omega-3 fatty acids, because typically when folks get to their senior years, I notice that their appetite is not as big as it was when they were younger. In order to get your omega-3 fatty acid needs met, you may need some supplementation. I highly recommend using and getting it from an algae source, right? If you're gonna do supplements, because fish is highly toxic and is not a health food. Fish is our highest source of DDT consumption, our highest source of microplastics, which is an endocrine disruptor, which the endocrine system manages all our hormones. Insulin is a hormone. So if you are on a journey of reversing insulin resistance, you definitely don't want to be messing with any kind of endocrine disruptor. And this is apart from any heavy metal, because I know folks who are concerned about heavy metals in the fish, they've decided that just going to the smaller fish takes care of that issue. But even with these smaller fish, you're getting these other things, these carcinogenic chemicals and the endocrine disruptors. So fish is not a health food. All right. You can get omega-3 fatty acids from where the fish get theirs, which is the algae. So get an algae-based supplement, utilize turmeric. You can get turmeric supplements if you want, or just make sure you add turmeric to everything. You can add turmeric to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can even add some black pepper to enhance the absorption of that. Drink ginger tea every day, or juice ginger, because ginger is naturally reduces inflammation in the body. And then again, like with the omega-3 fatty acids, even if you're going to do supplementation, you can still augment your consumption with omega-3 rich foods, right? Your flax seeds, your chia seeds, your walnuts, your leafy greens, your avocado, right? All of that. Now, let's talk about boosting cellular health, right? This is the core of metabolic health, which is ultimately what you want for a whole, healthy body, right? Metabolic health is it. That's the core. That's the foundation. Accelerated aging and chronic inflammation due to insulin resistance impacts overall health and energy levels. Now, if you want to learn more and dive deeper in how to reverse insulin resistance and increase your energy levels, I do have a training coming up. And the link to register for that is in the description to this video. So I look forward to seeing you there, where we'll dive even deeper. We'll do some coaching. You're also going to get tons of free gifts just being on the ride. If that is something that you're looking to work on this year in 2024 as part of your health and wellness goals. But you also, other than the nutrition, you want to incorporate regular exercise to improve your insulin sensitivity and boost cellular function. Because regular physical activity helps to maintain healthy blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, and promotes a youthful energy. Sometimes we feel like we don't even have the energy to do exercise, but once you get 20 minutes in, that's when you get all those feel-good hormones flowing, right? So you want to put it in the calendar. Even if you don't feel like it, just get it done. Where you have daily walks, maybe do a 30-minute walk briskly, like you're running late for something, just to improve your cardiovascular health and your insulin sensitivity. Incorporating strength training twice a week to build muscle and enhance metabolism. When you build muscle, especially in the lower body, you are increasing the size of your cerebellum, right? And so that makes you then essentially smarter. I've spoken to people in their 70 plus on coaching calls, and the youthfulness in their voice and the sharpness of their cognitive function. Know that you don't have to be in a phase of deterioration at these ages if you're being intentional about your lifestyle from now and even then. It's never too late, because we know from the science that there are all these things, lifestyle and nutrition, where we can reverse cognitive decline. Stay active, incorporate more movement in your day. Don't take for granted walking the stairs or even doing desk exercises if you're still working a job where you're at the desk. But just walking around your home, doing dishes, standing, washing, doing chores. There's something called NEAT. And I forget like what the acronym stands for right now, but basically it's like you're burning, or your body's like a furnace just burning fuel as you're doing all of these little things. Even when you're sitting at your desk and you're fidgeting, you're burning some calories, right? And so get up and do a little shimmy, get some blood flow to the brain for that energy. And it's helping you. If you're on a weight loss journey, if you're looking for that energy boost, all of this stuff is going to help you. And we cannot forget to optimize the gut microbiome, because an unhealthy gut exacerbates insulin resistance and inflammation. So we want to incorporate fermented foods, even though it may not be fun, it may be outside of your comfort zone. Trust, I understand. This has been an area where it comes to cuisine where I wouldn't say I struggled, but I really had to stretch, because I don't really like sour foods. But I've zeroed in on the fermented foods that I like to have on a consistent basis, and some of these other ones just for diversity. I just incorporate once in a while, right? Sauerkraut, kimchi. I haven't tried kefir yet, but I need to put that on my list to try it maybe the next time I go to the grocery store. There's coconut yogurt, there's miso, all of these different foods that you can try and experiment with. Maybe you like some things, maybe you don't like them, but they all help to promote a healthy gut flora. And in this journey of expanding your palate, you're just going to make a list of all the foods you like, all the foods you don't like, and see if you can create a Rolodex for yourself of your go-to foods, especially if you're a busy professional. You don't have time to be making long recipes all the time. You just want to be able to go in the grocery store and say, okay, if I pick up this thing, I know what I'm going to make with it. If I get broccoli, I'm going to make this dish. If I pick up collard leaves, I'm going to make this dish. And it's a quick thing. Those are your staple items. And on the weekends, you can explore other recipes and things to incorporate in the mix. So every month you have a whole new variety of foods coming in, right? Because we're rotating our greens, we're rotating our fiber-rich proteins. We are getting in our omega-3 fatty acids on a regular basis. All of this, the diversity, the variety, all of this helps to support a healthy gut microbiome, improves our digestion, enhances immune function, reduces inflammation. It contributes to better metabolic health and energy levels. So what's your next step after this video? Check out some fermented food. Try something new. And if you're new to eating so much fiber, it may be beneficial to you to get some supplements like probiotic supplements and digestive enzymes that may be helpful if you're having some digestive upset with all the fiber, but also make sure that you are drinking sufficient amounts of water, because sometimes that alone can solve some of the issues. Also, with certain foods, there's some preparation needs that need to happen to mitigate gas and bloating and things of that nature. But the focus needs to be on fiber-rich foods, because the gut microbes, they eat the fiber, and this is what maintains the integrity of your gut, the health of your brain, the health of your immune system, the health of your metabolism. So hopefully this has been helpful. And if you want to dive even deeper and get more support, I have a training coming up. As I mentioned, it's called Beat Insulin Resistance and Boost Your Energy. And you can register for that training. The link for that is in the description, and I look forward to seeing you there.